Imagine being an ancient civilization on the brink of greatness. You've got grand designs, dreaming of empires, monumental creations, and eternal glory. But wait, this isn't a standard history simulation. Welcome to Don't Starve, the game that loves to remind you that life isn't fair, nature hates you, and your only friends are your own bad decisions. You're most likely to find yourself face first in a pile of rotting berries than laying the foundation to your next dream civilization. Oh, and the catch, surviving the night. The darkness, of course, is your first and most unforgiving enemy. You learn that if you're not prepared, it's game over in a hurry. But for all of its strengths, it's not without its flaws. Flaws that can frustrate the players, especially those unfamiliar with its harsh mechanics. This critique takes a closer look at the game design, its strengths, and where it could improve to offer a more satisfying and accessible experience. To start, Don't Starve visual and auditory designs are undeniably its strongest attributes. The hand-drawn art style, with its airy, almost whimsical aesthetic, creates an atmosphere that is equal parts charming and horrifying. The world feels alive, with strange creatures and environments. From twisting forests to dangerous caves, the art direction takes full advantage of the game's tone, setting up the world that's both beautiful and very deeply unsettling. Imagine being an ancient civilization on the brink of greatness. You've got grand designs, dreaming of empires, monumental creations, and eternal glory. But wait, this isn't a standard history simulation. Welcome to Don't Starve, the game that loves to remind you that life isn't fair, nature hates you, and your only friends are your own bad decisions. You're most likely to find yourself face first in a pile of rotting berries than laying the foundation to your next dream civilization. Oh, and the catch, surviving the night. The darkness, of course, is your first and most unforgiving enemy. You learn that if you're not prepared, it's game over in a hurry. But for all of its strengths, it's not without its flaws. Flaws that can frustrate the players, especially those unfamiliar with its harsh mechanics. This critique takes a closer look at the game design, its strengths, and where it could improve to offer a more satisfying and accessible experience. To start, Don't Starve visual and auditory designs are undeniably its strongest attribute. The game's lack of tutorials or even basic information means that players need to rely on external resources like wikis and forums to get a foothold. And while that might be fine for experienced gamers, it can detract from the enjoyment for newcomers. A bit more in-game guidance would go a long way towards improving accessibility and reducing the initial frustration that many players. Another place Don't Starve could improve is progression. Each new world gives you fresh ways to fail, but the core loop, gather, survive, and die, gets repetitive fast. Sure, you unlock new characters, but beyond that, nada. There's no leaderboard, there's no achievement, but you know what there is? A great storyline. Surviving is its own reward. But after a few cycles, it starts to feel like you're just treading water. Surviving for survival's sake. Introducing long-term goals, upgrades, or something more meaningful could give players a reason to keep playing. But beyond just not dying again, but some people do enjoy just dying again. When it comes to combat, it turns from mildly annoying to chaotic nightmare real quick. Early enemies like rabbits are easy, then suddenly giant monsters appear and the combat system feels like you're just failing around, hoping not to die. Boss fights turn into a frantic circle dance of spam clicking with no real strategy or depth. Mostly luck, timing, and hoping you outrun the monster before it eats your face. Finding some variety, maybe new weapons or actual tactics, could make the combat more than just an exhausting chore right now. And guess what? Just like in real life, if your sanity drops too low, you'll start seeing hallucinations, which can hurt you or worsen your situation. While these mechanics add another layer of tension, this game already demands a lot of micromanagement, and the sanity mechanics sometimes feel like it's just another thing to keep track of, but this really sets it apart from other games. Don't Starve, a beautifully spooky survival game that invites you into its gorgeous, hand-drawn world, only to laugh at you maniacally as it throws you every possible thing at you to make sure you die repeatedly. The art style, stunning. The atmosphere, airy and captivating. You'll feel like you're in a Tim Burton movie. But the gameplay, oh well, that's where the magic happens. If by magic you mean relentless punishment. The learning curve, steeper than a mountain in a horror flick. You'll quickly find yourself asking, why did I eat the rotten carrot? Or why am I freezing to death in the middle of summer? It's like the game is giving you a quiz and you're failing, but you have no idea what the questions are. But imagine this, what if the developers gave a little more in-game guidance, a way to actually progress in combat that feels like it isn't a toddler trying to wrestle a bear. That would make this game less of a punishment and more of a fun challenge. As it stands, Don't Starve rewards patience and the willingness to be punished for your mistakes. But hey, if you're the type of a person who enjoys constantly failing, dying and wondering why you're coming back, then this is your game. Surviving is hard. Dying, that's the easy part. Trust me, you'll do it a lot. But if you're up to the challenge and your sanity can handle it, then welcome to Don't Starve.